Early life and beginnings. Denis Viollet, born January 20, 1933, in Salford, Greater Manchester, England, was one of the most prolific strikers in the history of Manchester United. Raised in a working-class family, Viollet developed an early passion for football, playing in the streets of Salford before joining local teams. Growing up in the post-war period, he experienced a difficult childhood marked by the hardships of life in industrial Manchester, but it was football that would provide him with an escape and an opportunity to rise above his circumstances. Violet's football talent became evident at a young age, and by 1950, at just 17 years old, he joined Manchester United's youth system. His skill as a forward, combined with his physical attributes and sharp instinct for goal scoring, quickly set him apart from his peers. Despite being a late arrival to the United youth ranks, Viollet quickly earned a reputation for his clinical finishing and natural ability to find space in the box, attributes that would define his playing style for the rest of his career. Rise to prominence at Manchester United. Denis Violet's rise through the ranks of Manchester United was swift. After impressing coaches in the youth teams, he was promoted to the senior squad in 1953, at the age of 20. The club was in a transitional period after the Munich air disaster of 1958, which had tragically taken the lives of 8 Manchester United players, leaving a void that the club struggled to fill. Manager Matt Busby had to rebuild the squad, but he quickly recognized Violet's potential as an attacking talent capable of stepping up to fill the void. Viollet made his debut for the first team in 1953, and his early performances immediately established him as a promising forward. His precise finishing, pace, and clever movement earned him a regular place in the starting lineup. By the 1955-56 season, he had fully cemented his position as one of the key players for Manchester United. Role in the team's triumphs. Violet's role in Manchester United's success during the 1950s was pivotal. His excellent positioning, composure under pressure, and ability to score from various positions made him a constant threat to opposition defenses. He played a significant part in the team's rise to prominence in the First Division, and during the 1956-57 season, Viollet was at the forefront of United's attack as the club clinched the First Division title. His goal-scoring ability was one of the key reasons behind the club's success, and by the end of the season, he had firmly established himself as one of the most talented forwards in the country. Violet's performances continued to improve. And in the 1957-58 season, he became the club's main striker. That season, he helped United reach the European Cup semi-finals and made significant contributions in their league campaigns. However, the Munich disaster struck in February 1958, leaving the team decimated and causing immense personal and professional upheaval. Viollet, who had narrowly escaped the tragedy, was one of the few experienced players left at the club after the disaster. In the aftermath, manager Matt Busby turned to Viollet as a leader to help guide the team through the rebuilding phase. Alongside the young players that Busby brought in, Viollet continued to play a vital role, leading the attacking charge. Although the 1958-59 season was difficult for United, Violet's experience and determination provided the foundation for future successes, striking prowess and personal achievements. During the 1960s, Viollet reached the peak of his career, becoming one of the most respected strikers in English football. He was part of a formidable forward line at Manchester United, alongside players like Bobby Charlton and George Best, whose individual brilliance created a potent attacking force. However, Violet's consistency and knack for finding the back of the net made him one of the standout players of the era. In the 1960-61 season, Viollet finished as United's top scorer, a remarkable achievement in an era dominated by the talents of others. His ability to score goals in a variety of ways, whether with his head, left foot, or right foot, made him an unpredictable and lethal force in the penalty area. His movement off the ball was exceptional, and he was known for his excellent positioning, allowing him to take advantage of even the smallest opportunity to score. Violet's commitment to the club did not go unnoticed, and he became a vital figure in Manchester United's success in the early 1960s. He helped guide the club to several league title challenges, and his performances in the domestic competitions and European tournaments were crucial. However, despite his consistency in front of goal, Viollet was also part of a team that was beginning to see the rise of younger talents like Best and Charlton, which gradually shifted the focus away from him. Departure and time at Stoke City. In 1962, after spending nearly a decade at Manchester United, Dennis Viollet left the club. Although he was still in the prime of his career, Viollet had found himself increasingly sidelined due to the emergence of younger players. He was transferred to Stoke City, where he would continue his career for several more seasons. His time at Stoke was less glamorous than his time at United, but Violet's influence remained substantial. His leadership qualities and experience were valuable assets to the team, and he continued to contribute goals in the same prolific manner he had shown at United. Viollet spent a further 3 years at Stoke before retiring from English football in 1966. During his final seasons, he played as both a forward and an attacking midfielder, often taking on a more creative role. His time at Stoke allowed him to extend his career while transitioning into a more nuanced role on the pitch. Career in the United States. After his time at Stoke City, Dennis Violet's playing career took a new direction when he moved to the United States to play in the North American Soccer League, NASL. In 1967, he joined Detroit Cougars, where he continued to showcase his skill and experience. Violet's time in the NASL was significant, not just for his contributions on the field, but for his role in the growing popularity of football in North America. He played in the United States for several seasons, including stints with Dallas Tornado and Atlanta Chiefs. While his time in the NASL was far removed from the heights of English football, Violet's presence in the league helped to raise the profile of the sport in a country where soccer was still gaining traction. His technical ability and footballing intelligence made him one of the most respected players in the league, and his role as a mentor to younger players was widely appreciated.